Assalamu alaikum everyone. Myself Furkhan Syed, working as head of the department in electronics and communication engineering in Anjuman Polytechnic, Hubli. Today we are going to discuss about error detection and control, which is present in one of the subject of electronics and communication engineering, that is digital communication. So let us start with error detection and control. Basically, before going further, it is necessary to know what do you mean by error. Error, in case of digital communication, one thing we need to understand that the communication takes place between the transmitter and the receiver. When the communication is being established between the transmitter and the receiver, the communication takes place with the help of block of data, and each block of data is available in terms of binary data, that is zeros and ones. Now we are going to study about error. Error is a concept when the receiver accepts one block of data but the transmitter sends the data. In between the transmitter and the receiver during transmission through the communication channel, if the 0 changes to 1 or 1 changes to 0, then this concept is called as error. As you can see here, there is a network 1 and here there is a network 2. Now the communication has been established between the network 1 and network 2. During this transmission of data, here we can see the transmission takes place with the help of block of data. Now these block of data, if it is sent as it is during the transmission, if the block of data sent as it is during the transmission and the reception, then it is called as error-free transmission. But if 0 changes to 1 or 1 changes to 0 during the transmission, then this concept is called as error. Now we need to know the types of error. There are two types of error, that is single bit error and burst error. These are the two types of error basically we will study in the digital communication. Now let us study one by one. First is single bit error. Single bit error is a type of error which occurs when there is a change in any single bit of the block of data. Now as you can see here, this is the block of data which is sent from the transmitter, and this is a block of data which is received at the receiver. During this transmission, here you can see the bit which is fourth bit from the LSB. This bit has changed from 0 to 1. So this kind of error is called as single bit error, and sometimes the one which is sent, it may change to 0. So 0 may change to 1 or 1 may change to 0. So this type of error which occurs in only one bit of the block of data is called as single bit error. Now the second type of error, that is a burst error. Burst error occurs when the more than one bit are corrupted. As you can see here, the block of data which is sent here at the transmitter, after receiving at the receiver side, here 3 bits has been changed. Here 0 has been changed to 1, here also 0 has been changed to 1, and one more bit, here also 0 has been changed to 1. Now here 3 bits have corrupted. These 3 bits are corrupted bits, means there is a burst error. Group of bits have occurred in terms of error. Now in this we take the burst size as from the start of the corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit. We will not take only the corrupted bit as the length of the burst. We will take the length of the burst as from the start of the corrupted bit to the end of the corrupted bit. Now these are the errors which occurs during the transmission. Now if this type of errors occurs, what is essential methodology to be adopted? There are two great error control strategies which are available. One is forward acting error correction and one more is error detection with retransmission. These are the two methodologies which we can adopt to avoid the error and also to correct the error. The first methodology, that is the forward acting error correction method. In this method, if the data has been corrupted, or if the block of data has been corrupted after receiving at the receiver side, the receiver will be in synchronous with the transmitter. Means the whatever that block of data which is transmitted from the transmitter, the block of the receiver will be accepting the same block of data. But in case of any changes in any bit, if it encounters by the receiver side, the receiver will not accept it easily. So in such kind of things, in such kind of situations, what the receiver will do, the receiver will correct the error. First it will detect the particular bit which is corrupted, and that particular bit is controlled by using the correct bit. So that kind of methodology is called as error acting, error correction. Now the second one is error detection with retransmission. In the error detection with retransmission, in this methodology, if receiver encounters any corrupted block of data, the receiver will not accept it. In fact, instead of that, the receiver will send the request for the transmitter, or it sends the acknowledgement for the transmitter for the retransmission of the block of data. Now there are, in order to, these are the just now we have studied about the controlling strategies, error controlling strategies. Now three techniques are there in order to detect and correct the error. One is parity coding, block coding, second one, the third one is the convolution coding. Let us study one by one. The first one is parity coding. This is one of the simplest method of coding technique. Here in the block of data, extra bit is added. The extra bit is also called as redundant bits, and it is also called as parity bit. The extra bit is added so that to make its parity either odd or even. Here for the sake of example, we have considered even parity. This is the block of data. As we can see here, the number of ones are even. Now we wanted to make it even parity. That's the reason we have added 0 as a parity. Now here there is one more block of data. For this we have added 1 to make it even parity. With the same methodology, here we are using odd parity. Here we are adding 1 in order to make it odd parity, so that it becomes odd number of ones. Here also, to make the odd number of ones, we have added 0. This is one of the simplest methodology we are adopting in case of error detection and control. Next, one more is block coding. In the block coding, it is something different from the parity coding. In the block coding, here for the input we give one of the block of data, but at the receiver side we will get the block of data along with the some extra bits added to it. Here those extra bits are also called as parity bits. Here k number of message bits are added and n minus k number of parity bits are added. So totally n number of code word is formed. Code word is a concept which is used for the block of data with the inclusive of data bits as well as parity bits. So this inclusive block of data we call as a code word. This is one of the technique for error detection and control. Next, last method we have is convolution coding. In convolution coding, we use, this is one of the complicated methodology for error detection and control. Here, this is the block diagram of the convolution coding. Here, we use 3 blocks, D1, D2, D3. D1 is shift register, 1 bit shift register. D2 is also a shift register and D3 is also a shift register. Initially, the block of data which has to be transmitted from the transmitter to the receiver is given to D1. Now, the block of data, whatever has been given to D1, when it is being transferred from D1 to D2, it is shifted by 1 bit position. Similarly, from when the data is being transmitted from D2 to D3, the block of data is shifted by 1 bit position. Now, intermediate, we access the information from D1, D2 and D3. Initially, from D1, we get the information, we'll get the block of data as it is. From D2, we'll get the data by shifting to 1 bit position, and from D3, we'll get the same block of data by shifting to 2 bit position. Here, finally, we will get the 3 code words. In the previous 2 cases, we have seen that the block of data after receiving at the receiver was only 1 code word. Means it was the inclusive of the block of the data as well as the parity bits. But here in this case we have three code words. For one block of data transmitted at the transmitter side, at the receiver side for the same block of data, different code words are formed. Here those three code words are formed in this way. Just to concentrate here, this is the C1 is the code word, C2 is also a code word, C3 is also a code word. Now this code word is not formed directly. Here these code words are formed by doing the mod operation, or in generally we can say XOR operation. Here code word C1 is formed between C1 code word is formed by doing the XOR operation between the output of D1, output of D2 and output of D3. Similarly, we will get the code word by taking the output from D1. And lastly, C3 is the code word which is formed by taking the output from D2 and D1. So these are the three code words formed for one block of data using the convolution coding. Now, after studying the error controlling strategies and error control techniques, it is necessary to know LRC and VRC. LRC stands for longitudinal redundancy check and VRC stands for vertical redundancy check. So these two are the methodology or process which is used to detect and locate a single particular error and also to correct it. Now let us understand what do you mean by LRC and VRC. Let us study LRC. So this is one block of data, this is one block of data, similarly these are the two block of data. Means as you can see here, there are four block of data are present. So for each row, for one block of data, one bit is added row wise. As you can see here, one bit is added, here also one bit is added, here one bit. So similarly for each row, one bit is assigned as a parity bit or redundant bits. So these bit which has been assigned to each row is called as longitudinal redundancy check. Similarly, we are assigning for each column one bit is assigned. So for each one column, one corresponding bit is assigned. These bits are called as VRC, that is vertical redundancy check. Now for this vertical redundancy check and longitudinal redundancy check, for assigning these parity bits we can use any parity method. Either we can use odd parity or we can use the even parity. For the sake of example, we have considered even parity. Just you can see here in this row, there are the number of ones are even. So to make it even, we have added 0. As you can see in this column, the number of ones are 3. So to make it even number of ones, we have added 1 here. So this part is called as, this particular part is called as LRC and this part is called as VRC. So this is about the basic concept about the LRC and the VRC. Now after assigning LRC and VRC, it is necessary to know how exactly this methodology can be used to locate and correct the error and erroneous bit. As you can see here, this is the complete block of data. By using the LRC and VRC method, this complete block of data is transmitted from the transmitter to the receiver. Now it is after receiving at the receiver side, it is the duty of a receiver to check whether the data which has been received from the transmitter, whether it is correct data or corrupted data. So what exactly method is established? One thing it is necessary to know, suppose if you are using even parity, the transmitter and the receiver will be accepting the same parity. If you are using the odd parity, the transmitter as well as the receiver expect the same parity. Now as we have seen, we had used even parity. So the receiver will be expecting even parity only. Now the block of data after receiving at the receiver side, the receiver will check by using row by row and column by column. First, the receiver will check each row whether the number of ones are even or odd. Now, as per the example which we have considered, the receiver is expecting even parity. So here the receiver is expecting even parity, so it will check whether the received bit is even or odd. If the receiver encounters different parity, that is odd parity, that particular row is encircled or that particular row is considered first. Similarly, column wise each column is checked and it will check the parity. If any parity is encountered with the odd parity, that particular column is considered. Now the receiver will check the bit which is coinciding between that particular row and that particular column. That particular bit is erroneous bit. If it is 0, then it is changed to 1. If it is 1, it is changed to 0. This is the methodology which is used to locate and correct the error. So this is all about the error detection and control. So today we have understood the concept of error detection and control in digital communication techniques. So I hope you all have understood this chapter. If at all, if you have not understood or you are confused in any of the concept, you can have the comments in our YouTube channel. And lastly, I want to thank our management team who has provided this platform for teaching our students by using the online classes and using this kind of smart classes. Thank you.